The dramatic transformation underway in the fields means that tens of thousands of people, for the first time ever, have the right to things most of us take for granted, like shade and water and the right to be free of sexual harassment and slavery. What's important to recognize is that this transformation didn't happen on its own. It took years of inviting corporations into dialogue and then partnership in order to make these changes possible. And it takes inviting publics into dialogue and then partnership in order to expand these changes to the 2 to 3 million other farm workers in this country who deserve this basic treatment too. The world's eyes are on Florida's fields right now. Their Fair Food program has been lauded on the world stage, whether it's with the Presidential Medal at the White House, by the United Nations as a global model for countries around the world, or on the front page of the New York Times. The reason that it's important that this resolution make a call to publics is that when the world's eyes are on Florida's fields, they're also on Florida's grocer. Publix is Florida's largest corporation. It's one of the 10 largest private corporations in the United States. The farm workers who have been asking Publix to recognize their humanity are not only the people responsible for the produce on the shelves, they are their neighbors. 13 other major food retailers have joined the Fair Food program. Walmart, the world's largest retailer, joined voluntarily because they saw it as smart for business. As United Methodists, we all know that this is true. That's why we voted in support of the Coalition of Immokalee Workers, calling for this partnership at General Conference in 2004. That's why thousands of United Methodists have prayed, written letters, fasted, sat vigil, and marched with farm workers in support. Publix's participation in this program would mean that rights affecting tens of thousands could affect hundreds of thousands. What we're calling for is a response to the farm workers' invitation to dialogue. Remember, we all celebrate this transformation now underway, but transformation took work and it takes work. Let's commit together to stand with our brothers and sisters in the fields by encouraging their calls for dialogue and upholding the human dignity of all God's children, not only for those in the fields today, but for all the next generations to come. I'm uncomfortable about being here in this position, but I can't. God speaks to me and says, you know, you have to do something. This is your chance, and I want you to be my spokesperson. If I think I'm uncomfortable, I can't imagine what it's like to be outside working in the fields and not have access to fresh water and shade rests, and to be a woman who's fearing for sexual harassment. I encourage you to vote against this amendment and